Hi everybody, this video is on the back stance. Alright, so you can see I put some lines on the floor. I have a line that's coming straight out, perpendicular to two parallel lines. So just to give you an idea of the back stance, I'm going to start with a front stance. So if I'm in a front stance, I'm going to be on my railroad tracks facing you. So one foot would be on the straight line, and if you can imagine another parallel line to that here. Okay, so here are my parallel lines, and those are my tracks. Okay, so there's my front stance. When I'm in a back stance, in a front stance, my weight is forward more than it is back. So I have more weight on my front leg by 10 to 20% of my back leg. Okay, in a back stance, the weight distribution switches. Okay, but my legs don't reverse in the sense of now I have a straight leg and a bent leg. I have a bent leg and a bent more leg. Okay, so when I go to a back stance, if I'm going out to the side, I'm going to take this foot out. If I were going to a front stance, I would turn all the way. If I'm going to a back stance, I take this foot out and I turn, and this leg is now bent and this leg is bent more. Okay, I want to try to keep my rear knees above my rear foot and be sitting back. So if that's my direction, I'm facing that way, my hips are about a 45-degree angle across here, okay, and this leg is bent and this leg is bent more. Okay, so I have about 60% of my weight on my rear leg, 40% on my front leg, and I'm facing forward. In this position, I can still lift my heels. So the weight is on the balls of the foot. I shouldn't have my toes up on my front foot. Okay, I want to keep my knee bent, my posture's up, I'm tucked under, and I'm facing that way. In our system, this allows you now to immediately switch to a front stance. So if I were to say block, punch, okay, that's what I'm after. Block, punch, without stepping. It's just allowing my hips to rotate. So the back stance, again, from there. If I show you from straight, now let's say I'm standing here, my foot is on this line, I'm in my natural stance. This would be another line, you can imagine that. Okay, I'm going to bring my foot in, I'm going to slice it back, and then I'm going to turn into a back stance. Okay, so this has bent more. You can see now the bend in this leg compared to the front leg that you just had the other view of. So this is bent more. I'm sitting down. It's a horse stance feeling. I want to feel as if I'm dropping down into a horse stance, only my weight is shifted back. I'm not leaning through the torso. So when you're in that back stance, you're not leaning back, okay? And you're not sitting back with your hips and leaning forward. You stay straight above your hips and you're shifted back. So this is bent, this is straight, and facing that direction. All right, so that's the back stance. All right, let's practice that and enjoy.